Well, as I said before, this is a little different because we're interviewing and being interviewed at the same time. These gentlemen, Tane Danger, Brandon both, are going to do their Fringe performance is going to involve interviewing public figures and then doing a little improv based on what they've learned in the interview. So is that sort of a description?
That's perfect. So we have got 5 nights as part of the Fringe Festival, and we've got 5 really terrific guests. We've got Secretary of State Mark Ritchie is going to be on one night, Kaywin Feldman, the director of the Minneapolis Institute of Art, Chris Farrell of American Public Media, Tom Horner, who was the Independence Party candidate for governor, and then we have one final guest who we have just recently confirmed that I will be sort of a surprise.
Mystery guest.
Yes. So
a mystery guest.
So yeah, we're really excited, and just like you said, we take everything that we talk about with those folks, and then we have a team of really talented improvisers from all over the Twin Cities who bring all those stories and issues and big ideas to life. So it's a little bit of serious issues, it's a little bit of improv comedy, and most people have a really good time. You would have a good time.
So it's sort of like a Dudley Riggs kind of thing where it's topical humor and
everything that's brought up in the interviews is then given kind of a narrative. It's kind of brought to life, and suddenly all the different policy issues are breathing, and they're about real people that the audience can relate to. It's not just, here's my pie chart of my figures, and this is why we need to have more of blank in blank.
So now, Kaywin Feldman, the Rembrandt show, no doubt is going to appear, or something. Maybe Rembrandt will be.
Maybe
Rembrandt himself, he's going to be there.
He himself has said that our show is the best show, other than the other 2 people who are here in the studio with us at this particular moment. But no, Kaywin's going to come on, and we're going to talk to her about Rembrandt. And I'm actually really excited to talk to Kaywin because we are currently serving as artists in residence at the MIA. So Kaywin is our boss in. And
pressure's
so,
on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I cannot ask the same difficult questions. But what I really want to ask is, public art, and we are suffering from such deficits, defend yourself. But then I'd lose my job.
Well, maybe not. So she probably would like the opportunity to say why public art is important. So that might be a good question. Now, what about Mark Ritchie? What's
Mark Ritchie? We are going to talk with Secretary Ritchie about the voter ID amendment that's going to be on the ballot this fall, and about both why it's on the ballot and then what the potential implications of if it were to pass or fail would be.
And now you said earlier, before we got started, that you're also going to do something for the League of Women Voters.
Yes. We're going to do a show in collaboration with the League of Women Voters on the 17th in July. It's sort of a collaboration to kind of raise money for the Minneapolis chapter, and we're going to be interviewing Lori Sturdivant of the Star Tribune.
Well, that should be interesting. So now how did you decide? Maybe you asked Ms. Feldman because she was your boss, but how did you come up with these other people?
Well, I mean, we're really interested in talking to folks who are immersed in some of these really big issues that people think about, but maybe they don't think are necessarily fun or interesting all the time.
This could be true.
Yeah, and I'm sure that all of your viewers are extremely excited to hear ad nauseum about voter ID amendments.
It's never ad nauseum.
And no, it's not. And they are so excited. But there's a lot of people out there that maybe just talking about voter ID amendments or talking about good government isn't necessarily what they would imagine spending their Friday evening doing. But we want to show it can be fun. It can be something that people really enjoy. And then we will give them all a reason to tune into this program week after week.
But now tell me this. So now you're gonna have 5 guests.
Yes.
And then will they be on more than once, or how? Or
each one is a one night only.
And you're going to only do this 5 times then?
Well, we actually perform on a regular basis, but for the Fringe Festival, yes, we've only got these 5, and we have put together this all-star lineup for this Fringe
Each
Festival.
guest will close after each night.
Yeah.
So never again.
Never. So can we know somehow who's going to be the guest the night that we come?
Absolutely. It'll be both on the Fringe Festival website under our page and on our website, which I'm sure will be linked. So.
Okay, great. So that way we'll know we won't be there on the wrong night and see somebody that we're really not that. Well, of course, we'll all want to hear this. You will announce a special mystery guest before the show. Yeah. So now, how did you come up with this concept?
Well, I think that both Brandon and I are folks who are really interested in sort of big ideas and policy. And I mean, there's sort of a whole class and a whole group of people kind of out there who say, oh, you know, politics or policy is boring, or it's dirty, or it's something that I don't want to be involved with. And it just, I've felt for a long time, it doesn't have to be that way. You know, this is actually something that's fun. And in all fairness to those folks, I think sometimes we in the public policy realm don't do a good job explaining why it's
And
fun
make it
important to them.
Well-
and so that's the kind of worlds we've been trying to bridge.
Well, I am especially glad, as a League of Women Voters person, that you're going to work with us and that you are making public policy issues interesting to people all over the place. And so now you've got the first part of the show, which is getting the facts out. And the second half, which you will see if you go to the Fringe Festival, is when the improv actors put it all together and make it fascinating. So hope you'll tune in. Again, this was Big Thinkers, Serious Issues, Improv Comedy, and this is the Theater of Public Policy. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank
You're
you.
welcome.